back in here once again, man, for another episode of the weekly win streak. It's your boy CP3 Bets, and as always, I am joined by none other than the man himself. What up, bro? How we doing today, my brother?
We're doing good. We're doing great. Another day to stack the coin. How are you?
Doing all right, man. I had a tough beat last night on Wembanyama. It was pretty fucked. He had 38 PRA going into the fourth quarter, played for like 5 minutes, got to 40, and then for whatever reason, Greg Popovich just like is old and decrepit and has brain farts and just benched him for like over half the quarter. Let the Bulls come back and take the lead, then put him back in the game. Not enough time for him to get the coin for us. So that was honestly, that one really pissed me off. But 1-3 day yesterday, so we got to bounce back. I got cooked by NBA late players ruled out that were never on the injury report. So in a long season with a sport where they do that is bound to happen. So we'll live.
I saw this in the Discord. What do you mean there, B Custom? What hook did I win?
Didn't Houston win by 19 and you had them minus 18.5?
Okay, yeah, they were winning by 26 with like 3 minutes to go. If I would have lost, that would have just been another terrible beat, I guess.
Hey, maybe that's the start of something good, though.
What is that? High School Musical?
Is it?
The High School Musical, it's the start of something new. It feels so right just to be with you. Yes, it is the time of something new, and this is the start of something great. Win streaks. Love it.
We love it. Yeah, guys, it's time to get some new win streaks going here. Yeah, what a hit on Houston, man. But yeah, dude, it was definitely one of those nights. So, today we get back at it. I feel like I got some really sharp player props today in the NBA. I'm only playing player props today. I did have one total lean actually I had two total leans in the league, I will say. So that's interesting. And I'll tell you all why I couldn't play one of them. And then the other one, I don't know. The other one is just, I don't know. It's getting steamed down so much, bro. It moved like 8 points off the opening total. So we'll see what happens here today. But we got a lot of stuff on the slate for y'all today. Bro, are you ready for college football? What's today? Tuesday?
Today's Tuesday.
I can't even remember what day is what anymore.
Isn't that crazy? We just grind, and make so much money every single day that we forget what day it is.
Yeah, no, I completely forgot what day it is, but now I know what day it is today, guys. We're ready to get some fucking money today. Bro, what game are you most excited to watch tonight? There's a lot of good games on tonight.
What game am I most excited to watch? Shoot. I'm really excited to watch this Florida game. I am. I'm excited to watch the Florida game. But there's a lot of good games on tonight. A lot of good games. What about you? There's got to be a game that you're most excited to watch.
Nuggets Celtics for sure.
Shit. I knew you were going to go NBA. That's all right.
I mean, bro. Got the last two champions going up against each other. Nikola Jokic versus those bums from Boston. I know Travis will take exception to that. So yeah, we're excited, man. Watch the game tonight. It's going to be a good one in the NBA tonight. I think both these teams are really going to bring it. So
hell yeah. Travis, just really quick, man. I just want to say thank you. You're always on these shows, man. You're a legend. That's it. But thanks for the support, bro. Yeah. So do you want to start in the NBA or do you want to start? Because I don't have any college. Do you have college hoops too?
Yeah, we can start things out with college hoops. Why not? Yeah, I got a college hoops play. You want me to lead things off?
No. Why don't we start with NBA? I always start with college hoops. I'd like you to take me to school in the NBA. Professor CP3 is in session. The bell is about to ring, and I'm tardy for class without a pencil.
Let's do it. So we're going to go to the Nuggets-Celtics game to get things started off here. I will say, guys, look, I personally had this game circled as a Nuggets spot. I don't like going against the Celtics off after a loss. The Celtics, after a loss, have been really solid. And you look at their defense, opposing teams' team totals are getting crushed after a loss. Boston's 7-2 against the spread off a loss this season, plus 10.3 on the ATS margin. So they're covering by an average margin of 10.3 points per game. 7-2 against the spread. I can't go against them in that spot right there. So that's one reason I'm not going to go against them there. My next lean here would be the under. You look at the other team's team total, they're crushing them. Well, here's an interesting stat I don't want to go against. In non-conference games this season, Denver is a perfect 11-0 to the over by 24 points per game. 24 points per game. 11-4 to the over by 24 points per game. 11-0. 24 points per game. That is insane right there. So there's two massive trends active in this game tonight. I will say I don't just blindly bet trends. All my data tells me this game's going to go under. The total opened at like 237. It's at 234.5 right now. I could only hit the under in this game, but that trend, I mean, a 24-point ATS margin or cover margin by the over is literally like incredible. Like that's like nonsense, honestly. And if you even look at some of the scores of these games, the scores of these games are like 127 to like 120. Like they crush these numbers. So I don't want anything to do with that, with the total or the side in that game. But what I will take is Nikola Jokic to go over 29.5 points. Talked about it yesterday. I like taking player props in games with high totals. You look at Jokic. Jokic wants to win this game, and he's a pure scorer at this point. He's averaging over 30 points per game right now. Jokic has scored 32 and 34 last season against Boston. Denver's beat Boston 4 times in a row with Jokic, and he always goes off on them. They don't have anybody to match up with him. Porzingis doesn't have a chance. Keita, I mean, bro, come on. Al Horford and Keita can't even carry Jokic's jockstrap. I think Jokic goes pure score mode here and has his 40-piece McNugget. To get him under 30 points is a bargain. Like at 30, like I thought 30.5 should have been the line, and I still would have took the over. So I absolutely love it here at 29.5. Jokic will easily score 30 points. I think he goes for 40 here. So I'll rock with Nikola Jokic to have a big night tonight. What do you think about this game?
Well, I like that play a lot, too, because also the Celtics are soft inside. They don't have that physical presence down low. And I think, especially from a scoring standpoint, like if you're not worried about PRAs, like Jokic gets so many easy, uncontested layups or putbacks. Easy putbacks. And when he's got that body down there, man, just lay it on in. Lay it on in, big fella. But in terms of the game, I didn't play this. And honestly, I don't even know if he's playing. But one of my favorite props for Celtics games and high totals is Drew Holiday points plus assist. He just facilitates. He moves the ball. He gets it up and down the floor. He's going to get you 12 to 15 or 12 to 13, 14 points. He's going to get you some assists. But really, I just like to take. He's been crushing it for me. In terms of a side, I couldn't tell you. I haven't really been following the NBA as closely as I should, especially outside of like my little bubble, like the Cavs, and I follow the Lakers pretty closely just because I'm a big fan of LeBron. But I will tell you this. The Celtics are without question the team to beat in the East. And I just think they're a little too athletic for the Nuggets. I think if I had to pick a side, I would take the Celtics minus the points.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, what is the spread right now? Is it at 5.5 or is it 4.5? Let me.
I thought I saw 5.5. I saw 6 at one point.
Yeah, 6. I was interested in Denver, and then it went back down because Derek White has illness. So it's at 6 right now. At 6, I could only play Denver. I mean, Denver catching the. Let's see how Denver's done this season as a home underdog. I'm pretty sure they've done pretty damn good as an underdog this season. As an underdog, Denver is 6-3 this season by 6 point. They're covering by 6.9 points per game. Let's see here as a home underdog now. As a home underdog this season, Denver has not been a home underdog all season. So, actually, no, I take that back. They're 1-1 as a home underdog and an even ATS margin. So, I don't know, man. The Celtics are in a smash spot off a loss. They get it done in this spot every single time. Denver's in a great spot. The over's in a great spot. Yeah, I'll stay away from all sides in this game. Another play for y'all tonight. We're going to go to the Atlanta Hawks taking on the Utah Jazz. Quinn Snyder's old team that he used to coach, the Utah Jazz. Here, the Jazz are going to be missing a ton of players in this game, guys. The total is creeping up in this game. It's almost 240 now at this point in time. Trae Young has been going off. You look at his last couple games, he's averaging almost 12 assists per game at this point in time. He's scoring over 24 points per game, and his PRA number in this game is 40.5. Jalen Johnson's out, so it's going to be Trae running the offense and doing everything here. I think Trae Young smashes his assist line at 11.5. I think Trae Young goes in here. I think Trae Young scores 30 and gets 12 assists here. So we'll take him to go over 40.5 assists. Trae Young does get like 5 or 6 rebounds a game as well. So I think Trae Young's going to destroy his line here and go off in this game. I'll back him to smash this number and go way over here. I mean, the Jazz defense is Swiss cheese right now. They're the second worst defense in the league in the last 5 games. and both teams are playing with top 5 paces in the last 5 games as well. So give me the Trae Young to go over his PRA mark.
Yeah, man. And I've been noticing Trae looks a lot more healthy. He looks a lot more healthy, and he's playing a lot better these last couple of weeks. There was a stretch there at the beginning of the season in late October, early November, where he was fucking roasting me, dude. Absolutely roasting me. I'd bet over his points. Over 20, he'd scored 12. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? But, yeah, I really like him to cook tonight.
Yeah, no, Trae should go off here tonight for sure.
Also, the Jazz defensive efficiency on the perimeter, they're like bottom third. Teams go off on them from the perimeter. So, really like that play.
Yeah, let's get it, bro. We smashed this one tonight. Anything else in the NBA you want to talk about? The other play I thought was interesting was the over in the Mavs and Lakers game. Kind of goes back to our trend from last night. You look at the Mavs in these games where that they are an underdog this season. As an underdog this season, whereas Dallas, they're 10-5 to the over by 6.3 points per game. Yesterday they fell short. Desmond Bane got ruled out by the last minute. This total is getting steamed down right now. The market is very much in favor of the under here. I kind of like the over, but at the same time, I don't know. There's not enough data there to support it besides that trend. So I'm going to stay off this one. I actually do have a play, though, on a player prop on Dallas' side of things.
Oh, wow. But that's on a VIP?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I don't have a play on that game, but I'll tell you something. If you ever see a Lakers game with a total of 228 or higher, take the under. 228 or higher, take the under.
You think? I feel like the Lakers defense is so old and slow. I like Lakers overs.
Bro, I've been slamming 230, 228 and higher, take the under. Yeah, if like a number here at 218, I kind of like the over here. But you're telling me this was like 227, 228, I would take the under. Obviously, that's 10 points different.
Yeah, the one line that doesn't make any sense is the Heat catching 9.5 points. I know there's no Jimmy Butler, but like the guy hadn't been playing really. Kuminga's out for the Warriors. I guess Tyler Hero got upgraded to questionable. But it's Heat culture, man. Whenever the Heat are down bodies and they're heavy underdogs, it feels like they always come to play. I lean Heat culture in that game as well.
Yeah, I don't hate that. But I also do think there is something to be said about – I just wonder what the kind of like the culture or the feeling is inside the locker room there. You know, with your star player saying, like, I don't want to fucking be here. Like, is that something where these guys are like, I don't want to be here either? Or are they like, no, you know what? Fuck that guy. Let's fucking have some camaraderie and let's go out there and ball. I just don't know which of that they are right now. They had some fight last night. They fucked me.
Did they win last night?
I may have misspoke. I don't believe I'm talking about the right person, the right team. Who played the Pistons?
Lost last night.
Who played the Pistons?
The Blazers. Yeah, Cade Cunningham hit the game winner last night.
Yeah, freaking Blazers. No, yeah, you're right. But the Heat lost to Sacramento in overtime, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I ended up getting a win there on the money line. But yeah, I don't know. I think the Heat might be a dying dog. And man, oh man, I heard something today on the radio.
What, the Jimmy Butler's going to get traded to y'all?
That's what I heard. Oh, shit. I will never hate on the Cavs again. I will never say that they don't spend money. I will never say that they're okay with mediocrity if they make that play. If you make that fucking trade and get us somebody that's going to play defense and wants to win right now, and you do not give up Evan Mobley, and you do not give up Darius Garland. If you can make that trade, obviously Donovan Mitchell too. If you can make that trade happen and get keep the nucleus, dude, we're in business.
I like that.
What do you think they would want for him?
Probably either Jared. I don't know what they would want, but I mean, they're probably just going to have to take Max Struss and like Dean Wade.
Yeah, honestly,
do y'all even have draft picks to trade?
We don't have a 2024. We have a 2025 because we traded. Isn't it? You can't go ones back-to-back years, right?
I think so.
we traded our 1 this year, so we can't for 2023, so we can't do 2024 again. But then 2025 we could trade. Dude, I would love it. I would love Jimmy Butler on the Cavs. That's all I have to say.
That'd be lit.
I don't know, man. I wonder if we could. I would almost be okay with getting rid of Evan Mobley. He's really good, but at the same time, we need Jimmy Butler.
I'd rather have Evan Mobley. Jimmy Butler doesn't play basketball.
To each his own. Okay, T. You really put us onto the NBA, and I love all those plays. Very tempted to take that Trae Young play. That was compelling. I like his PRA too, but we want to pivot to college hoops?
Let's do it.
Boom, power drop, boom, pivot, boom. We're going to go to the Florida-Tennessee game. And I know Tennessee's the number 1 team in the country. And I know Florida just lost to Kentucky. I'm here to tell you, I don't give 2 fucks. Not 1, not 2, not 6. Here's the deal. I'm actually more impressed by Florida in their loss to Kentucky than I was Kentucky in their win over Florida.
Okay.
Florida scored 100 points in Rupp Arena. That doesn't happen. Like, they showed they can play any style of ball. Yes, they got beat, but they were in foul trouble early. They sped up Kentucky. Here's the thing that I really I look at and I think it's extremely important. Tennessee is a team that wants to play slow. They don't want to push the pace. They don't want to play with tempo. They're 282nd in tempo. Florida is not only 8th in adjusted offensive efficiency, but they're also top 100 in tempo, at 85th in tempo. Here's the problem that I think Florida poses for Tennessee. Florida creates turnovers. Florida doesn't turn the ball over. And Florida is extremely efficient in the half court. That's where Tennessee makes its money. Tennessee doesn't want to push the ball. And when they do, they struggle with turnovers. And that plays right into Florida's hands. They want to play up tempo with their guards and fast break and run and gun. I really like Florida here. I think there's a reason you've seen the line move pretty substantially. We got it at -3 over there on SoBet. But I like Florida all the way up to -4. I wouldn't take them any higher.
Yeah, I mean, I think Bro, that's a really solid pick. I may or may not have something as well that might be pretty similar to that over on SoBet. Yeah, I think you make a very compelling argument here. I mean, this Florida team's pretty similar to last year, except they brought in Buddy. They lost Poland to the league, and they brought in Buddy from what's his name, Martin from Elijah Martin from FAU. So, I mean, this Florida team is pretty freaking stacked. I mean, this is going to be a hell of a game, honestly. I'm an NBA guy, but I'm actually very excited to watch this game. So,
I love to hear that.
I got to tell y'all everything. I actually have a pick for y'all in college hoops.
Yes.
Look, a lot of my picks are straight data picks. This pick is not really a data pick. This pick is a literally line bet. And when I see a line like this, oh, God, somebody's out in the NBA. Actually, no, they're not. When I see a line like this, I have to bet it. Why is 8-5 Arizona a 2-point favorite on the road at number 21, 10-2 West Virginia, who already beat them once this year on a neutral court? Why are they favored here? We're taking Arizona in this game. Like, this line is screaming, oh, you want West Virginia? Here, take them. Please take West Virginia. You want West Virginia? Take them, take them, take them, take them. That's what this line says. Take West Virginia. So we'll take Arizona here. Arizona's the sharp side, and we will cash.
Yep. I can't say I love it anymore. I love it. And here's, guys, no glazing. But if you want to see with 2 eyes a sharp handicapper, this is why TP3 is so good at what he does, guys. Any sport, he knows what he's looking for. He's not betting teams. He's betting lines. He can do it all. He can do it all, folks. And it's true because I'll be honest with you. I haven't been doing this whole sports betting thing for as long as he has. When I scrolled through this slate, immediately my eyes were drawn to this game. I was like, holy fuck, I can get West Virginia +3. Marked it down. And as I'm going through things, I just start thinking, I'm like, this doesn't make sense. This doesn't make sense. This isn't right. None of this makes sense. I know I like West Virginia. but I'm betting the team. I'm betting the team. They've looked good in certain situations. It just doesn't make sense. And if it doesn't make sense, you got to bet the side that doesn't make sense. Almost always. There are certain exceptions. I sharp as fuck. Sharp as fuck, T. Love that play.
Hey, appreciate that. Also, too, like I looked through Arizona's schedule. They played a pretty tough schedule. Like they played, I think it was Alabama and somebody else pretty close. Like they played some of the top dogs in all of college basketball, like down to the wire and whatnot. And Caleb Love, who really hadn't been playing that great, he kind of heated up a little bit on Saturday. So, like, I think that Arizona is definitely a buy low team for sure.
Yeah, totally agree. Totally agree. And if you stay tuned to the end of this show, we got a parlay, and I may or may not have that team in it. Guys, I'm going to give you 2 plays in college hoops back to back. Try not to make you wait give you too much time here. And I'm going to have a little input from T. We have, first and foremost, a game where you're laying some points. And I get it. You don't love laying points. But I told you this yesterday when we talked Houston, and I'm going to tell you it again. Sometimes those lines are like, get the fuck off of it, don't touch it. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's literally Vegas telling you this is going to be a fucking blowout. This is going to be a blowout. And if you know your ball, you know your ball, bet the number and you're going to cash. If you're afraid of it, most people are going to just keep scrolling because the number's too big. 17.5. Utah's metrics and statistics are actually really good. On paper, they're really good. But their strength of schedule is terrible. They started the season 6-0 and 6-0 ATS. These are all against dog shit, terrible teams. Then, since, they are 0-7 ATS. They haven't covered once since. They just lost to Texas Tech at home by 28. They just lost to Baylor by 25. Iowa State just beat Baylor by 20. Okay? So if Utah just lost by 25 to Baylor, and Baylor just got dog walked by Iowa State, what are we talking about here? I don't think Utah has the scoring capabilities and prowess to actually hang with them. Their stats are fugazi. They score 83 points per game on paper, but against top 100 teams, they scored 73 against Mississippi State, 63 against St. Mary's, 88 against Iowa, who doesn't play any defense, 56 against Baylor, and 65 against Texas Tech. Only one of those are even fucking remotely close to their season average. I'm telling you, I love Iowa State here. 11th in adjusted offensive efficiency, 14th in adjusted defensive efficiency, whereas Utah is 99 and 82nd, respectively. It's Iowa State minus the 17.5 for me.
Yeah, Iowa State's typically like a defensive juggernaut, but they actually have an offense this year. So you get their offense and their defense together here. I kind of agree with you. Like I looked at this game and thought about like one-halving them or team totaling them. I feel like they're just going to dog them out in this game.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. I think the wheels are falling off for the Utes. They're in a little wagon.
Well, like if you look at Utah, like especially last year, I haven't really paid attention to how they've done yet this year as much. This is why I needed to do more work on college basketball. But you look at Utah this season, dude, and Utah like last year and this year when they played at home, like they were such a wagon, and on the road they were like below 500. So like they rely heavily on the altitude in that home court.
Yeah, that's a good point. Good call out. I forgot about that. The altitude's really important. And then lastly, guys, is a nightcap. A nightcap, late night, 10 p.m. This is a little bit of revenge. Okay, it's a little bit of revenge because they did do something very nasty to my Buckeyes on my home field. But fuck them. We're taking UCLA money line. Michigan Wolverines travel to UCLA. We're taking UCLA on the money line. Guys, for a couple of different things. There's a trend that started in football this year. It's already started to carry over to basketball. It's Big Ten teams traveling west and their offensive performances when they do so. In football, it was the opposite. It was defense. Football, their defense struggled when they went to the West Coast. Now it's the offense. Big Ten teams that have gone West Coast, there's been 3 of them already. All 3 of them scored less than their average. I look at a Michigan team that is 333rd out of 364 qualifying teams in turnovers committed per game. And then I look at a UCLA team that is 4th in defensive efficiency in the nation and number 1 in turnovers created in the nation. So we have a team that's already lackadaisical, that is committing turnovers at an extremely high rate. They now have to play a game at 10 p.m. Eastern time after traveling all the way to the West Coast against the number 1 defensive intensity team that's going to be trapping their balls off the entire fucking game. On top of that, this UCLA team is fucking good. They beat Gonzaga, they beat Arizona, they beat Oregon, and they lost to North Carolina on a buzzer beater by 2. I got UCLA at minus 150 on the money line, and I told my VIPs this. I don't mind taking just the spread. I think it's 2.5 or 3 now, but I literally had 1.5 units of bankroll that I was willing to invest on today's college basketball slate, and their money line was minus 150. I was like, you know what? This might be a sign. I'm just going to take the money line. I don't care. I want the money line. Just tell me. Win or lose, that's it. I don't have to stress about a fucking hook or anything. So we took the money line there. What do you think?
I think that's a pretty sharp look right there. I mean, UCLA is a very well-coached team. What do you think about Pitt catching 14 against Duke?
Way too many points. I'm not saying that Duke won't cover, but I don't trust kids, literally kids, freshmen, to cover that many points. I just don't. I think
it's good, bro.
What?
It's good. They're probably the second best team in the ACC.
Dude, 100%. I don't understand this line, but that's one of those ones where it scared me off completely. It scared me off completely. That in the Georgetown game, Georgetown plus 12 against Marquette. It's like, why the fuck is that number so big? Because Georgetown's played really, really good this year. Why is it 12? I have it at like 8.5. I don't know.
Yeah, my favorite plays today, but that I didn't take in college basketball, was Pittsburgh catching the points, Baylor minus 5.5. I just feel like that they got dogs over there, and Cincinnati's not ready for all that. And I feel like Cincinnati has good players, but they just haven't figured out like how to play together. Like they fucked around so hard, missed so many makeable shots in that. I had them against Arizona. They missed so many makeable shots in that Arizona game, and it ended up being the difference down the stretch. And then the other one I also liked was BYU minus 1.5. I see all the money's coming in against them, but they're in the perfect bounce back spot, in my opinion, at the house. I mean, Texas A&M traveling from Lubbock to the altitude there in BYU. BYU's kind of a wagon at home. I feel like BYU's going to handle their business.
Hey, listen, you might be 100% right. I can't touch BYU. You will never see me betting on BYU. It'll only ever be against them.
They were good to me last year, so.
Hey, like I said, as soon as you said BYU, I'm like, I'm off of it. Get the fuck away from this.
Hey, we cashed out Houston first half against them on Saturday. That shit was free.
Oh, dude, that's what I'm saying. They're soft. I'm a little bit worried because you said they're going against A&M?
No, against Texas Tech.
Oh, Texas Tech? Different story. I like that. A&M, not so much. Texas Tech, that should be fine. 2 really soft teams that jack a lot of threes. So don't hate that. Do you have any other plays, any other games that you'd like to break down?
No, I think I've said my spiel today. Got all the words out of me for the day. What about you?
Okay, folks. Yeah, I just have a few more left in me. Give you a little 4-leg parlay. All money lines.
Okay.
Florida money line. Baylor money line, which you called out. Arizona money line, which you like. UCLA money line. I'm telling you, dude, I filled out my slate. I was done. I'm sitting here. I'm ripping. And it, maybe because it was ripping. But, dude, it hit me in my core. I was like, dude, you have 4 plays here starred that you like. You can get Baylor under minus 250, so I could still use the boost on DraftKings. I literally just got the DraftKings notification. It was like another sign. Maybe it's the day of the signs today, but I was like, I'm launching this. And hopefully we cash. I put a full unit on it. Well, half of it, I placed the bet twice. 0.5 units of my own, and then I had a bonus bet because I lost a parlay yesterday for 0.5 units. So, total 1 unit.
I like it.
I'm hoping to come out plus 7 units at the end of the night, minimally, just on this parlay.
Hey, let's get it, bro.
Let's do it. Guys, we both of us had big time calls, big time meetings with some really big people, some really high up guys, and we have really big stuff coming down the line for you guys. We are, I don't know if you guys know this, but we're part of an exclusive group on SoBet called the 100 Sub Club. There's only a few of us, and they're going to start highlighting us a lot more. Okay, they're going to start putting a big point of emphasis on the guys that are really smacking around Vegas. You guys know TP3 has been on win streak after win streak. It seems like this guy does 4 days, then he has one losing day, then he does another 4. It's like a weekend jail bid, but only good stuff for the kid. He's been absolutely spanking. Guys, the link's in his bios for all social media. Get over there. Sign up codes TP3. Make sure you're following us on all socials. Turn on notifications and subscribe here on YouTube, because once we go live, bada boom, bada bang, bangarang. Notification right to your fucking phone so you can get all the locks. We love you so much. We thank you so much for tuning in every single day and giving us your time. T, what are we going to do today?
Let's get some fucking money, baby.